If you want to hear me talk about a year's worth of empties, what I used the most, what I loved, what I hated, then stick around. All right, let's get this out of the way. If you like the content in this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content on this channel in general, and you're not subscribed yet, how about subscribing? And if you are subscribed, thank you. I appreciate it very much. It's Hélène with another video, and this one I have been both excited about and dreading because it is a whole year of empties. I had so many empties in this huge bag that I ended up having to grab another bag to continue on. Now, of course, I don't put my dirty stuff in these bags. They're very nice bags. I use plastic bags for each month so I can keep track of my empties throughout. One thing that I want to mention right off the hop is that most of the empties you're going to see here are not samples or deluxe samples. I do tend to keep those separate. I have a whole Slay My Samples series, so I won't go over many samples here unless they are a very honorable mention, something I want to talk about the brand, or maybe a sample that made me buy the full size. So overall, the Slay My Samples products are not in this video. I have only included in this video products that I have used up. I have not included any products that I have decluttered for whatever reason. And really, I don't declutter a whole lot, so there wouldn't have been very much in that category anyway. I'm thinking just because I want to get a little bit more room on my table right next to me, it's not really a table. It's the box for my Mac computer from years ago that's just the right height and just big enough to hold everything I want for videos. But I'm going to get, sidebar, I'm going to just go over the bigger items first so I can make a little bit of room. I don't know what happened to my other two of these, but I had 4 of them. I may have just gotten rid of them because they were just too big. But I had 4 of these this year. I used all of them. And they are a product, and you'll see, like, I used all of the container. They are a product I got from Sephora for a really great price, and they were almost 16 fluid ounces or 470 mil. Huge. Like I said, used 4 of them, and they really are the product that convinced me that a really good after bath or shower moisturizer or body butter is something that is important. And as a result, I ended up purchasing 9 different body butters, and I've got a battle of the body butters that I'm very close to filming that will go over a ton of brands, what I think of them, and what my recommendations are. So stay tuned for that. But these, if they were still available, I would not have gone on the hunt for anything else. I really love these, and I'm very sad they're gone. I'm starting to realize I'm going to have to speed up because I've got so much stuff. Next up, I have a bottle of baby oil that I have had. There we go. Baby oil that I've had forever, and you see how yellow it is, but I'm just finishing it up. I like baby oil for makeup removal. I have talked a lot about makeup removal. I'll just link the video right here where I compared a ton of makeup removers if you're curious. And that is liquid makeup removers. There's another one that I did for oil and balms as well. Just a couple of products for the bath. Dial hibiscus water. The smell of this is amazing. I highly recommend. And just a maximum hold hairspray that I've had forever. I don't go through hairspray very quick, so it's years old, but I'm glad it's done. I went through a bottle of nail polish remover. Very happy to be doing a lot more with my nails now. Love it. And I'm sure I'm going to go through a lot more this year. I don't use this very much, but I went through a bottle of dry shampoo, and I probably am halfway through another one. This was a recommendation by Tati, and it is very inexpensive, works great as far as I'm concerned. I'm no expert, especially in dry shampoo, but it does the trick for me, so I'm happy. I used a few toners this year. I used up the Joe Fresh toner, very basic toner. I got it for under $5. It was on clearance and I thought I'll try it. And then I discovered my go-to toner, and it is the Glow Tonic from Pixi. I love this stuff. I have 2 more bottles of this stuff. I started up another one and a mini. I really love using this toner. I have some other toners to try, and I will, but I have to admit I love this one. And I'm also trying, I have on its way a rose toner of this type, which I purchased before my no-buy. It was a holiday clearance, and I thought, sure, I'll try it for half price, no problem. Next up is a product, a hair product that I have talked about before. It's the NIA 114 Technology Ultimate Restore Deep Repair Mask. And this is great for hair that tends to break or hair loss, because it has a very cooling, minty effect on the scalp, which is supposed to promote circulation. And when I use this, I use it up completely. Like, there's nothing left in here. And I have purchased a couple more of these for the next number of months. I really like it, and it lasts me a long time because I don't wash my hair more than once, maybe twice a week if I need to. One other thing that I finished, I used it up really quick. It was part of a kit that I got free from the grocery store. It's the Umbra Skin Hand Care Lotion. And all I have to say about this is meh. And I always cut the back off, guys, because I want to get everything out of containers, always. Continuing on with skincare and hair care type stuff, I finished up a couple. Now, are they the same? Yeah, they are. They just have 2 different packages. That's weird. Okay, I finished up 2 of the Sephora Green Tea Cleanser. I really like it. It's very mild. It does the trick. It feels really good on the skin, and I'm happy with it. So, yeah, nothing much else to say about it. I'm not fussy about cleansers. I use pretty much whatever that feels nice, and those were $11 Canadian or less per tube. And to me, that was a price that I was fine with. I did finish a couple of these makeup removers. I finished the Simple Cleansing Facial Wipes, 7 of these from Simple. And then also for travel, these were great. The Neutrogena 7 wipes, all-in-one makeup removing cleansing wipes. So these really I used for travel. They were great for that purpose. This is one of the few samples I will show. I actually ended up getting 4 of these and wanted to mention it because they made me a true believer in using a product in your hair for curling. So I use this plus the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil, and those 2 together I think are a fantastic combo, and I highly recommend. I'm going to keep makeup to the end. I wanted to talk about 2 deluxe samples I got, the Coconut Micellar Makeup Melter. I'm doing right now a focus on First Aid Beauty. If the video is up, or when the video is up, I'll make sure it's in the cards in this video. And yeah, I'm not big on this one. I don't think it works very well, but if you use enough, you end up getting your makeup off. But I'm glad they were samples, and I ended up buying one by default out of a kit for this First Aid Beauty focus. It sort of seems to work okay, but it's definitely not my favorite. Sort of in the cleanser category, but this is a face polish. I really like this one. I love the smell. This is the Ulla Henriksen Transforming Almond Facial Polish. And it lasted me a long time. I was really impressed with this. I like it. I have another polish from Ulla Henriksen, the green one. I will use that. I think I may have a backup of this. It might be wishful thinking, but if I do, I certainly will use it without any hesitation. They came as a kit. The next one is the Sephora Creamy Night Mask Moisturizing and Plumping. This is very nice if I just really need to give my skin a break. I put a nice big, not big, but a good amount on my skin. It still sinks in, but it feels like more than I would normally put, and the next morning it feels great. Plus, not that it should matter, but it does have a pleasant smell. Not a strong smell, just a pleasant smell, and it's lots of hyaluronic acid in it, and I think that that's what makes my skin feel so good. I have dry combo skin, more dry than combo, and this one is just awesome and it's cheap. If it's available still, it might not be available anymore. Let's go for a no-brainer product. I have 5 of these Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. This is a retinol product. And yeah, this is the most used Empties of all, except for that Sephora moisturizer. And can you tell I endorse that product? I have 2 more still on the go, 1 backup and one that I'm using. So yes, I highly endorse this product. If you do use it, just start very gently every 2-3 nights, very small amount, avoid your mouth area. You will regret it if you put it there. Yeah, I recommend. Another product that I highly recommend is the Estee Lauder, the Advanced Night Repair. This is a smaller one. I think this is 1.7, no, 1 fluid ounce, and I'm working through a 3.4 ounce bottle of this. It has been my go-to serum. I have tried other serums throughout the year, and this is still in my #1 spot for nighttime serums. I did go through 2 of the Waterful Gel Cream Moisturizers from Ulta. This is those 2 were 2 of 4 things that I got from Ulta when a friend of mine went down south and brought it back for me. I was very happy with it, happy with the purchase. But and it is hyaluronic acid, but I did not find that it worked as well as a cream-based face cream. So I finished them. I had no problem finishing them, but I would not repurchase. I would say that somebody who's more worried about using an oil-based cream would be happy with this. The hyaluronic acid was definitely moisturizing on the skin, no question there. Some more creams. I have a Sephora anti-age night cream that I used, I went through. And also a couple of, and I thought I had another one because I used more cream than that, but maybe not for this year. And a couple of the Sephora Total Age Defy cream for eyes and lips. Used a couple of those. I was sad to see them go. They were discontinued, but what a great value for money those were. Speaking of value for money, only because I will only buy them when they're 50% off, is the Olay Luminous. Now this is supposed to be a drugstore product, but these are 38 bucks a jar. The thing I like is that it is tone perfecting, which is great because I deal with dark circles. And one thing I know, again, it's not supposed to matter for skincare, but it's a very pleasant smell. I wouldn't call it a fragrance. It's not perfumey. There's just a nice mild smell that makes it enjoyable to use this product. And my skin always feels very good when I use it. I only use it as a daytime moisturizer. I use a different, heavier cream at night, but definitely will repurchase this cream. Since we're talking tone perfecting, I just want to talk about a couple. The Paula's Choice, I like their serums very much. So I had a deluxe sample of the Paula's Choice Resist Vitamin C Spot Treatment. And it took me a long time to get through this, and I'm very happy I got a chance to try it. And as a matter of fact, I ended up purchasing more of Paula's Choice. And Resist, this is another Paula's Choice, Resist Super Antioxidant Concentrate Serum. And this also has vitamin C. And I liked both of them quite a bit. I would not hesitate to purchase Paula's Choice ever. Everything that I've tried from Paula's Choice, I really like. And I mentioned those 2 samples because they last forever. They last so long. Another serum that I really like is the Ulla Henriksen Truth Serum. Big time. I have repurchased. I'm using another one. It's parked to the side right now because I'm doing a focus on different brands. But this is my go-to. I go back to it regularly. It is a much better value than the C Firma from Drunk Elephant. And I'm very, very satisfied with it. And again, it has a very nice, mild, orangey smell, and the feeling on the skin is really nice in the morning. Since we're talking Drunk Elephant, I have 4 products. They look like samples, but I paid a pretty penny for them. A set of them was $29, another set of them was 36 Canadian. And that is the Behydra, the Marula Oil, the C Firma and the Framboos. So I just talked about C Firma being not as good value as the Ole Henriksen. I definitely stand by it. I have a whole 40 days of Drunk Elephant that I've done. I will link that video up above. I think it's worth taking a look if you've been considering the brand. Out of all of these, the only one I have purchased anything of was actually a sample, and it's the D Bronzy. I ended up getting a full size of that. I really liked it, but now I think I've found a dupe for it, and I'm kind of wondering why I spent 44 bucks. Live and learn. The only other one out of this that I might purchase is the Marula oil. I do very much believe in face oils when my face gets very dry, and I would consider that one because it seems that it goes deeper into the skin than other oils. At least that's what I understand. Let's finish up with skincare, and then we'll go into makeup. I did finish up a jar of the Olay Regenerist Micro Sculpting Cream, and that was for travel. That's why I actually bought it, but it's the deluxe sample size. Nothing to write home about. And I also finished 2 deluxe samples of the La Neige Water Sleeping Mask. Didn't mind it, even though I'm not big on water-based creams. I prefer the cream-based creams. And yeah, I liked it. That's it. And the 2 samples lasted quite a bit of time, actually. I'm surprised. Really quickly, I did finish an eye gel and a sheer transformation moisturizer. Anytime I get these little guys in kits, I'm very happy to receive those. Pretty much everything from Ole Henriksen so far I've been happy with, and these are no exception. I would, however, only use those products for morning. I would not use them in the evening. That's a recurring theme. A few more mentions. I'm going to go through them very quickly. There is the Sunday Riley Tidal Brightening Enzyme Water Cream. Meh. The NIA24 Intensive Recovery Complex. I loved this cream, and I looked into the full size, and I almost choked at the price. So it's going to take a while. It's going to have to be on super sale for me to get into it. Next up, the Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream by Fresh. It was average at most, and maybe I need to try it for longer, but it just didn't leave an impression with me. It was just whatever. A cream that, if you have watched this channel, you will know this about me, is the Alginus Genius. It is my all-time favorite, and I'm very happy to say that I'm going to have a brand new Focus Skincare edition on Alginus products later this year. And it has been challenging for me to push it back because I've talked about Alginus on this channel already, and I want to give other brands a try. But gosh, I love this brand. I just do, especially the Genius line. They are my favorite. They feel great, and there is I like some fragrance in cosmetics, I can't lie, and there's just a little, very mild, pleasant smell to this cream that makes the experience of putting the cream on all just great. And I only use this cream in the morning, and I'll use a heavier, although this is a very heavy cream, I'll use a different cream at night. But this one, if I needed to use this day and night, I definitely would. It's thick enough that I would be comfortable using it at night though, so. Maybe I'm on the fence as far as whether I like it as a night cream, but yeah, I'd probably use something different. Let's finish up with another cream. This is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil. This is basically like a body butter, and I finished this one. I have a couple more, and I have to say that I did not think that I'd like the Josie Maran in the whole body butter stuff, but spoiler alert for that battle of the brands, this is really good. It's really good. More on that when that comes up and I start talking about all my body butters in a dedicated video. So hang on for that one. Just a couple more things and we'll be into makeup. I have a couple of deluxe samples of the Biossance Squalane Vitamin C Rose Oil and then 100% Squalane Oil. So a couple of these. And gosh, I really wanted to buy the Biossance, but or Biossance, I'm not sure. It's hella expensive, and so I'm going to have to wait for a sale or something, but I am sold on the product. It's just more than I was willing to pay for that. But that and the marula oil, I'm going to wait for an opportunity if I decide to buy them. But this one is higher on the list for me than the marula oil. And either one. The vitamin C rose oil I liked, and the squalane oil I liked as well. Biossance seems to have really nice oil products. And this is a deluxe sample, but it took me 6 months or something to go through it, and I have a tiny bit left, but I'm going to include it in 2018 Empties anyway. And that is the No More Baggage by Dr. Brandt, and I bought a full size, and now I'm kind of regretting it because with how long it took to get through the deluxe sample, that full size is going to last me 3 years. I hope it doesn't go bad by the time I try to finish it. But very little goes a long way with this. And this is a depuffer and also has a little bit of color to help combat any sort of blue under the eye. So you still need to use a concealer, but it does do some good. And I also finished a Lancôme Génifique concentrate. This was 8 ml, so it lasted me a month. And I have to say that between this one and the Advanced Night Repair, the Advanced Night Repair is cheaper, and I like it better than this one. And I was really shocked because this one's been hyped up like crazy, and to me, the Advanced Night Repair works better. And I was using the same amount, the same way. And yeah, I was happy to go back to this one once my brand new focus on skincare for Lancôme was done. Boy, there are some spoilers in here. Last item I want to mention that is a deluxe sample, it's actually 2 of them, is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask. I used 2 sets of samples, and when there was a special offer at Christmas for 3 of those lip masks, I think it was a set for 20 bucks, I went for it. Not that I think I definitely need these, but the price was reasonable for me to buy a lip mask that also was tinted when I really want to nourish my lips, but I want a little color on my lips. These I thought were fine. So I got the Maple Natural and I think Candy Cane. So I have like a beigey one and a red one if I want to have a little color but still be treating my lips during the day. So obviously those deluxe samples led to a purchase because I bought that set of 3 for the holidays. Speaking of samples, I do want to mention this one. This was a sample of 4 lip glosses, the Hi-Fi Shine lip glosses from Urban Decay. I am on a no-buy now, and I only have 1 little bit left. This is a different sample. This is the Naked, and I love it, and I'm already halfway through. I'm going to have to wait until next year to get some of these, but I will be getting some of these. I really enjoyed this sample and actually have another one of these samples to go through as well. So I will be just enjoying them as long as I can. They have a minty feel, kind of like the Buxom glosses and lip creams. And I loved all the colors so far. I love the way it feels on my lips, and it's definitely a product that I want to buy some full sizes of. Urban Decay really knocked it out of the park with those glosses. I'm a real lover of them. I just have a lot of glosses to go through. I want to use a bunch. And being on my no-buy year is a really good thing because I can just work through what I have and look forward to getting some Hi-Fi Shine glosses next year in 2020. Since we're on lip products, I do want to mention this little Tarte Rum Punch. This was in a project pan, and I finished the heck out of it. And it was a very nice lipstick, and I have another one now of this same line, another mini, and I'm happy with it. I would not buy the full size, and these I got each time in a kit, lipstick kit from Sephora, and that's fine. I'm happy with getting most of my lipsticks through lipstick kits because I don't like buying the full size of a ton of lip products because I never get through them. But this was very nice. Rum Punch, if I had a chance to get another mini, I'd probably go for that same color. It was very nice. And very comfortable on the lips too, if I may add. Let's finish up with lip products. I really finished very little this year, but I can tell you I had a 6-pack of Burt's Bees, and if you count, that's 5, and I'm just cracking open the last one. This was a 6-pack that I got from Amazon and for $12, and I was very happy with all of them. And actually, I have one missing. I'm not sure where it went. This one was not. This one was from a girls' box for back to school. But I know that I finished 5 of them. So, plus this one. I'm not sure where the other one went, but I only have one of that 6-pack left. And so Burt's Bees, high marks for Burt's Bees. Love them, and if you can find them in a multi-pack, you can save a lot of money, and it is a very, very good product. They beat out any other lip balm that I have, including, if you see the smiley face back here, this is a Sephora lip balm. It sucks. I actually think it ends up drying my lips as opposed to hydrating them. It sucks. That's it for lip products. Let's talk about some setting sprays. I finished 3 setting sprays this year. I finished the NYX Matte setting spray. I have Dewy that I'm working through. I also have the Sephora Beauty Amplifier Set and Refresh spray. I really like the smell of this one. It was nice. The NYX Matte, I got it on super discount. That's why I bought it, and it was okay. I wouldn't repurchase. It's way too expensive for what it is. The Urban Decay All Nighter, I got a sample of this from Urban Decay, and I have another one. I'm planning on doing a battle of the setting sprays later this year, so I have quite a few of them that are waiting in the wings. I really like the smell of this one. I don't get the price, but I will try it along with some other high-end setting sprays and just see what all the fuss is about with that one. We're down to makeup. I finished some primers. It takes me forever to get through primers, so I have samples. I have the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I really loved this one, especially with my dry skin. That was fantastic. I really enjoyed the Benefit Professional, especially for around the nose area where I get shiny. That was really nice. And then the Sephora Beauty Amplifier. If you want a silicone primer for cheap, this one was great. It's very much like the Smashbox silicone primer. I didn't see the difference. It was fine. And for me, anytime I get a chance to try primers in a deluxe sample, that's what I go for, because primers, like I said, take me forever. I have enough primer samples to last me 3 years, I swear. So, yeah, if you don't use primers quickly, I would definitely recommend, whenever you do have a chance to get deluxe samples, if there is a primer, I would say that's the category of product that I would really recommend getting. Some powder products that I finished. One was a casualty. This was the pan for the Party blush from Tarte. I'm very happy to say that I ended up getting another one, just as a points perk or some sort of an event thing. And I was really happy to get it because it broke during a trip, and it was a blush that I really enjoyed. So I'm happy to have a new one in my collection. I haven't touched it yet because I don't trust myself. Another pan that is empty this is a Sephora primer, it's called. It's basically a beige powder that you use to set your eye before you do your eyeshadow. Let me just show you what it looks like. So this is the Sephora primer. And as you can see, I love it. This is the second one I worked through, so the pan was from earlier in the year, obviously. Another empty pan is this Mineral Wear Talc-Free Face Powder from Physicians Formula. This was in a project pan. I was happy to get rid of it. I think it's okay. I have way too many powder products in my collection, so I would not repurchase this. It wouldn't even be on the radar screen, I'm sure, by the time I finish all my other powders. So it was okay. Nothing to write home about. Some more face products. I have finished the Tarte Guard. It was part of a set of Tarte products. I liked it. It was fine. It was more like a BB cream, but it had SPF properties in it, and I was happy to use it up, and managed to do so during the summer, which was the perfect time. I also finished, and I really finished, like there's nothing left in here, the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 25 medium. I really liked it, even sometimes used it as my coverage for my face, as a full coverage not full coverage, pardon me, as a full face tinting kind of a product, and I thought it was great. If I just wanted to do a little something on my face, this was fine, not only as a concealer, but almost like acting like a foundation. So really like the product. I have repurchased Maybelline Fit Me concealers, so obviously I like the product. I finished 3 black felt liners this year. I finished the Sephora Classic line. Looks like this. And this one broke, so I can't really show you what it really looked like, but the Kat Von D tattoo liner. And then this one, which is a very coveted one of mine, the Stila. And this is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Black Liner. I highly recommend this one. It was a deluxe sample. I took it traveling a number of times. This thing was the sample that would not die. So really impressed with Stila samples. If you get a chance to try one of their sample black liners, I highly recommend. I only have one more face product. Everything else is for the eyes. And this is the Hoola Quickie Contour. It took me months to go through this thing, but I used it all up. There's nothing left. I mean, just scrapings on the side. I ended up buying the full size of this. This was a mini that came in a benefits kit. 3 items. There was the What's Up, this one, and the Hoola Bronzer, a mini of the Hoola Bronzer powder. And I love this thing. I love it enough for me to buy a full size of something that is cream based. This had to be really good, and it is. It is just as good as people say. I fell in love with it, and I'm sure I'm going to continue to use the Hoola Quickie Contour as a cream contour / bronzer for a long time. I also finished the Au Naturel Caviar Stick Eye Color from Laura Mercier. I don't like these things. This is the color it was. I don't like these things. I ended up using it as a cream eye primer, and I did dig everything that was in there. And so anytime I have a light color cream eyeshadow, I just end up using it as eye primer. I don't like cream products for the eye unless they're very colorful or they have shimmer, something like that. So I wouldn't buy any sort of a caviar stick kind of eyeshadow. Just not my thing. And this was a deluxe sample or points perk, I can't remember. And it was nice to try and all, but I'm glad I did not spend my money on this. This next product was an enigma for me. This was the Bravo Conditioning Primer. This is a conditioning primer for your brow. WTF. I used it all up because it came as part of a kit, but this is the most useless product ever. I don't know why it exists. I don't know if anybody swears by it, but I didn't get it. I just used it because I had it, but brow primers is not something that I worry about whatsoever. Since we're on Benefit, let's do the Gimme Brow. I have a couple more samples of this. I really enjoy it and will continue to use it. There's really not anything left in here, but I have, like I said, a few more samples of this. I really enjoy the Gimme Brow. I have enough brow products to last me a couple years, so I won't be purchasing this, but I'm very happy that I have a couple of these backup samples. And it's in the, I think it's in the, oh, this one's in the color 1, but I usually use the number 3. Anyway, if you want a really quick, natural looking brow, Gimme Brow is great. I have no problem with it. Actually, to be fair, almost every product of Benefits that has to do with brows, I think is great. That brow conditioner, not so much. Since we're on brows, I want to identify a couple. I think these are the same. This was a free sample from Sephora, and they're both in dark brown. This is really cool. So they come like this. If you have a chance to get one of these, I highly recommend it. So it comes like this, and then you put it in, and you have a mini of the Brow Wiz. And of course, I finished it, so you can't see the product. But I got a couple of these, and I ended up having a sample fail. What I mean by that is I ended up buying the Anastasia Brow Wiz as a result of this. I was able to buy it twice now in a set of some sort that made it pretty much half price, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it, but I have to say that the NYX Micro Brow, which I also finished this year, this is the product. It really, really looks like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I have repurchased and do like, but I have to say that I've also tried the Morphe. It's the Micro Brow as well. That's what it's called, the Morphe Micro Brow. And it is cheaper. It is a few dollars less than what I can pay for this one on sale. So I might suggest, I think the Morphe one is $7 or $8 Canadian. I highly recommend if you go to Morphe Canada's site to take a look at it. They have a wide range of colors, and it is smoother, creamier than the NYX. The NYX I find kind of hard, and you may be surprised. You might like it. I actually think the Morphe component is nicer. This is my last brow product, and this was an Anastasia. I think this was a 100-point perk, and this was the Clear Brow Gel. I have gone since then for a second one of these 100-point perks, and I have even purchased the set that was a Brow Wiz and a nearly full size of the Clear Brow Gel. It was for $33 for both. It was an amazing deal. If you have a chance, I think it's called Ride or Die. It's the Ride or Die set. If you go and take a look under the Anastasia brand, you will probably find that set. At least at Sephora. I don't know where else it's sold. And I think it's a very, very good value for money. Like, really good value for money. I also, by the way, like the Morphe brow setting gel. The thing is, I don't have any empties to show you, but I am using that one as well right now. We are on to nothing but mascaras left. I did have a couple of samples of the Monsieur Big, and I ended up being able to get a full size of this mascara in a Lancome holiday kit, and I was so happy about that. Look at this brush. This is a fantastic mascara. It is in my top 2 right now of mascaras. Possibly top 3, but for sure top 2. Also, the Ciati London Wonder Wand. This one also got high marks. I like the brush again. Very nice brush, hourglass brush. It did a really great job, and the first time I used it, I thought, whoa, really nice. I also finished up the Tartiste mascara. This one was just average. Didn't like it all that much. Just finished it. And I also used up the Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara, and I like to have a waterproof on hand. And this is what it looks like. And I have to tell you, out of the 2 Better Than Sex mascaras, the waterproof is the only one I want to wear, because the other one, the pink one, the regular, it flakes on me. It flakes like crazy. It's not a good mascara. To me, it's not a good mascara. I don't know why people want to pay $32 for it. I did end up getting a full size of the regular Better Than Sex mascara in a kit, the Sex on the Peach kit. And despite the fact that that mascara was not worth it, I gave it a kind of a $7 value when I was evaluating the kit. It just made sense still to buy the kit because I only gave it a small value. It's not worth anywhere near $32 to me. But the waterproof that does not flake, I wouldn't mind buying a full size of it. But the thing is, I have a ton of other mascaras to go through. If you're curious to see how I'm going, how I'm getting through my mascaras, then the Mascara Madness Panning Edition, you might like that one. The last 2 products. Can you believe how long this Empties video is? Oh my god. First off, a real dud. This Clinique Onyx double-sided mascara. It's the crappiest mascara. I had to stop using it. It sucks. As you can tell, there's still product in it. And really, I shouldn't even be showing this. It should just be a declutter. And there it goes. It's decluttered. And then I did finish, so nothing to talk. Just avoid it. And then the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. It was the small size, the travel size. And I also have the large size that I have not cracked open. I am saving. There was no point in having those 2 open at the same time. And right now I'm working through a lot of mascaras. So that full size is going to wait for quite a while. I like this mascara. I think the brush is very nice, and I would have no trouble recommending the Perversion mascara. The one thing that I have heard is some people have said it's too wet to begin with, and my answer to that is I thought the same thing at the beginning, but if you wait a couple weeks, maybe leave it open a little bit. I know C Cosmetic Chaos does that, just leaves a mascara open a little bit to get a little bit more air in to make it less wet. It ends up being a very, very good mascara, and when it was at its prime as I was using it, I was absolutely loving it. We made it. There are so many products. I cannot believe how much we can use in a year. I hope you found some of the information useful. I love to see other people's garbage because it really tells you what they use and what they don't. So I hope you got some insight into what worked for me, what didn't, and why on all counts. And I would love it if you have an Empties video, please let me know down below. Or if there is something that you really enjoyed this year and used a lot of, I would also love to hear about it down below. It's great information. When we use stuff over and over and over again, that is the most valuable information to let other people know, because it at least gives us a chance to try something that is a tried and true ride or die for someone else. And to me, I don't like hearing people tell me it's a ride or die. I like to know how often they've repurchased. That to me is like the biggest example that something is truly their ride or die. Or if it's a product that uses forever to use up, like a blush or a bronzer, I want to see that dip to know that they really are using it quite a bit. That's it for me today. If you've made it to the end of this video, you deserve a medal. I thank you for your time. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.